Good morning, everyone. So it's the 26th of February. Do you believe that? I don't. I been busy the last week doing stuff, and the days tick over. There's only a couple of days left in February. Then we're into March. We've sailed through our 12 months ago start date. The time's just going crazy, and we're going to be finished soon. And I'm paying for this T-shirt. I said to Christian when he said, "Hey Don, I got a T-shirt for you," and I said, "Oh great, okay, I'll wear it in the tracker." I think I wore it once before, but now it's blue sky day. We're in the Sub D'Olonne at last. We got back here late last night after our cancelled ferry. Sorry we didn't get a tracker up yesterday. That was a bit boring, but anyway, we just didn't have it strong enough on the ship. We're about halfway across at that stage. So here we are, and just to explain these photos, Marina de Lagos is firing. They finally got their big new marina development happening, and there's going to be a new yacht club. That's the yacht club. This was a post they put up today. So it's happening. I just grabbed a few bits. I was running late. That's where it all started. That was the first statistic we put up with the boat on the website back in 2019, a long time ago. And some of those statistics aren't quite right, but we've left it there because it's history. Once we built the boat, we discovered that. And John Guswell on Tracker, the original Tracker. That was a big part of where this story came from, and my love of little boats, inspired by three things. One was when I read about Tracker. I probably read his book when I can't remember, I was buying books from about 18 onwards. So I think I probably read it, early 70s, 71, 72, somewhere through there, 73. But anyway, I was pretty blown away. I thought, what a cool little boat. Because at the time I was building a replica of Suhaili, 32 footer. Big boat, and I really thought, a little boat's cool too. And then I met a couple of trackers along the way, like that same design. Anyway, so it was an amazing thing. That reminds me of the tracker I met in Mooloolaba Marina. It was white like that. I got on board, the first one I got on board, and I couldn't believe how small it was. But I was only on a little 29 footer, but that was small. So it gave me a whole new thing. That was an interesting shot with the tan sails and his dinghy. That's the dinghy he made when he was in New Zealand on the cabin top on the way around. I think that's where he picked up his seagull outboard as well. Autopilots, just grab that photo. There's only going to be 2 allowed in the next MGR. That's it. After that will be big penalties for the 3rd and 4th and 5th. It's a wind vane boat. That's the whole idea of it. So, and I saw a nice picture of Little Wren, Adam's boat, which is still up for sale, I believe. He's going to be sad to lose it. So we'll have to wait. Oh, jeepers, look at that. I just saw something. Black cat coming out of our rib. He's obviously living inside the cover of the rib. Jane. Oh, anyway. That's annoying because if they scratch their claws in our rib, it's a bit of a problem. Anyway. But where did I get to? Okay, Little Wren. Sorry, we'll be into the tracker. That's the Burgee of the Marina de Lagos, our great fence. Oh, that one I'm going to put a Q&A up shortly. You'll see that pop up. So if you've got questions on the MGR in these closing stages, Rachel, only 2 questions. Okay, 2 questions. Anyway, I'll put that up, and when we get a few, I promise to answer them as quick as I can, probably on the weekend. And 25, that was the map we were using. The course changed a bit. We had a great time in Recife. That'll absolutely be on the agenda as a major stopover. Mass restart like we had this time, but it'll be a trophy leg as well, probably. That's how it'll work. So there'll be a few little things there. Same with Mauritius. That was a great stopover. That'll be an official leg. And so there'll still be some changes. But anyway, that was the map from the very beginning. And there we go. So with my Argo shirt. Argo's not on the tracker at the moment. He's there, but hasn't moved for a while. So we're just sending him a message to turn his second tracker on. They all have 2. And once that... Okay, Rachel, I'll give you 3 questions. That's all. All right? You can have 3, but the others I'm going to instantly delete. But anyway, so Christian is going to turn on the... we just sent him the message. We'll turn the 2 on, and when YB pick up the second one, if it's continuing to work after 4 o'clock this afternoon on the next report at 1600, then we may swap over to the second one and take the other one off. But we can't work out why it's not going. And there was a few little issues, but we've got everyone else up on the 8 o'clock forecast. So when we turn on, and hopefully they're all there on the 12 o'clock, but we'll see. So some little things there. And that's another reason I've got Argo. I was thinking of Argo. So notice, Christian, there's your T-shirt. Straight to the... Sorry? Oh, okay. So we've got Argo back, maybe. Jane's just shouting out to me. Oh, bloody Blackie, that cat just kicking back in the sun now, having a clean. But anyway. But, all right, to the tracker. Oh, there we go. You're on the tracker. We're sort of half expecting Ertan to call in. He may not remember that he's on today, but don't call yet, Ertan, if you're watching this live. Seeing we're into the tracker now, we'll see where we go. So you're on the tracker. Now I'm moving onto the tracker, and we'll get rid of that, and let's have a look. Oh, yeah, Argo's pushed right up the top. So before, his last position was midnight last night. So maybe they've solved it. So, okay, Jane probably already messaged him, but he can probably see. If you're watching, Christian, we've got you, so no need to turn the second one on yet. Okay, so day 367 since we started, and all fantastic sailing still by the look of it. We haven't looked at the sea state for a while. Let's go straight to the waves. Oh, picking up a bit. So they might be getting a bit wet now. But, oh, look at that wave action right there on top of Ertan. Maybe there's some funny wave stuff. See that snake going through the whole thing there? It's very clear that there's some weird... That could be the currents as well. Look at that. It's like a snake. If you watch that up large, you'd get seasick. Oh, too large. Let's just have a look here. See these funny patterns. So that's suggesting a confused sea for some. Kerry's boring through on the inside there. So we'll have a look while we're playing around with this. I'll look at the currents now before we get into their bits and pieces. Oh boy, that's pretty distinct. Wow. My first impression there is obviously the currents moved a lot because they're all just missing the mainstream. And this, so they'll obviously be getting a bit, but if this is correct, they're all a little bit high. And what I'd suggest is they were probably all sitting in it, and now it's moved, the peak has moved a little bit this way. And you can see everything pouring out of the Amazon here. They'll be tempted. They've all taken the option to stay down in, get the most of the current. They're not on the run line, which is looking like this. And they'll probably hold that until they get under the center of this eddy here. And then we'll have a look at the big picture. That's where they're going. So yeah, so they're all doing pretty well, actually. And I wonder if they'll stay down there. I would, if I was here, I'd come in and get that kick and then start heading back up like that. So let's come back here and see if this current moves a bit left and right. No, it's still holding. I'm moving the days up. There's a couple of days later. It's still holding. They're not too bad. Kerry's right on one edge this side. You need to go a little up, just a little bit, Kerry. And but that'll have big jeepers. I hope they don't beat us now. Oh boy, never a dull moment. All right, so that's the current. We'll do clouds and then we'll focus on speed and wind at the end. Still a bit overcast, so that's straightforward. Currents, down, pressure, temperature, what's happening? It's getting hot. Wind's definitely on the beam, so we'll come straight to the breeze here. We're on real time today, and it's directly on the beam virtually for everyone. There we got it. I'll get rid of this. And Jasmine bringing up the rear. So the swimmer, there's a post under this. The girl started to swim around the island, and then she must still be out there right now. It's going live, so that's pretty cool. And that bloody cat, 3 knots. Why is she only doing 3 knots? 8 o'clock position. So Jasmine's now off the ball as well and giving a false speed by the sound of it. So she's on an 8 o'clock position. Jeepers. Josh is on 8 o'clock. Why is this happening? Christian is on 11:10, not even 12 o'clock. ERTAN's on 8. 11:10. Ah, that's why it didn't ring. Bloody hell. No, hang on a sec. I'm early. I forgot. I'm in bloody Les Sable alone. Ah, Japus. Okay, my stuff up. So ERTAN's going to ring at 12 UTC. I forgot the bloody time. That's 1 o'clock we want here. Oops. You can see I got a lot on my mind. Anyway. Sorry, everybody. These figures are late. I'm early on the tracker. Another stuff up. That's okay. Too late now. I'm not going to do it again at 12 and come back. We're here. We're getting 8 o'clock positions. So Jasmine is showing 8 o'clock position is 3.1 knots and about 104 nautical miles. That could be correct. I'm not sure why. So Eric at 8 o'clock UTC is doing 4.7 knots and did a 110-mile day, which is pretty cool. Josh, 5.4 knots and a 115-mile day. ERTAN, 5.8 knots, 133 nautical mile day. And Christian at 11:10 UTC. So what that could be is it's just been brought back online by YB, or Christian may have forced a position. I'm not sure. So he's ahead of the game. He's not that far forward because ERTAN's only showing 8 o'clock and everyone else is only showing 8 o'clock as well. Anyway, you've got the picture. Kerry sitting on at 8 o'clock, 6.2 knots and 137 mile days. He's on the hunt. He's moving strong. So that's cool. Adam, 6 knots, 134 mile day with the current as well. All good. 141 for Jacob, doing 6.2 knots. These are all 8 o'clock positions. I'm too early. 6.3 knots for Daniel, 8 o'clock position, 144. So Peeler, 6.3, 144, neck and neck. 148 for Renault. He's 4 miles ahead, and that's probably the fastest of the whole fleet again, doing 6.5 knots. He's actually got only 1,324 miles to go. I'll look at the leaderboard in a minute to just check their ETAs again, but that's pretty quick. They're hopefully going to slow down the last few days, but they might hold this for another couple of days. And 148 is way faster than anyone else in the fleet. So Renault maintains the longest 24-hour sailing distance and also the highest speed as well, 6.5 knots. That explains why he's actually winning all the time. So weather for the next couple of days, there's a bit of yellow up here, so the breeze is getting stronger at the moment, but will it hold? I can push this. I've got my keyboard back now. I can push this. It's softening off a bit, so not too soft. There's plenty of breeze there, but it's quite a lot. If it's blowing, 28, gusting 30, things like that, it's a bit much. It's a bit wet, but it's slowing down before they get there. So that's pretty nice. You can see up forward there. It's just a constant, beautiful northeasterly trade wind. And that's going to last for the next couple of days. So fantastic sailing. What they've got now is what they're getting, but I think the sea's going to build a little bit. Getting into the 28, there's a little bit of yellow popping up, so all over the place. So it's going to be fast sailing. Okay, so let's look at the leaderboard. It's all pretty straightforward. You can see from their positions in the fleet where they are, but it's Renault, Peeler, Dan, Jacob, Adam, and so on. The mileage is pretty correct, and they're doing, we've already been through all that. They're doing pretty quick. So from the start, I want to look at, they've got about, Renault's got 1,325 to go. They're all down to then 1,419 and stuff. So I'm going to look at their estimated finish time, which is potentially relevant. So it's still suggesting from the start those average speeds, which is pretty accurate. 4 o'clock in the afternoon on the 7th. So I don't think he would be much earlier than that because it's showing a VMG or distance made good, depending on what you want to talk about. That's in the last 24 hours. So VMG from the start is about 5.7 knots, which is what Renault's been having for around the world. So that's realistic. And even at that, it's on the 7th, which is good because Rob's coming in on the 6th, the end of the 7th. So I think we're still okay. That could be close to what he's going to do. He was saying before about the 8th or 9th arrival. Uh, Still looking relevant. The others, Jacob on the 9th, and the others on the others on the 9th as well, 10th and 11th. So they're all going to make the prize giving. Even Jasmine down here is showing the 11th, so that's pretty good. Okay, that'll be perfect. Gives them a week to relax and so on before then when they get there. So that's I think we're done with that. I'll come back here and explain why things are stuffing up because of me once again. So anyway, I was just saying, when they get there, as they arrive, we'll do a one-on-one interview, a studio type interview. Rob will be filming all that. We'll hopefully get the drone up to do stuff on arrival as well as all the glamour shots of the finish. It'll be live and we'll be getting stuff for the film as well. So there'll be a lot going on. I think their interviews will be interesting. We've had good coverage on the way around the world. Different interviews at different times on their experiences and how it's all changed. It'll be interesting to compile that side by side from start to finish and make some comparisons. That's what's going on there. What I forgot, with everything that's going on, I've been very busy this morning. I just thought, 12 o'clock, because that was what I had before, but I'm not in England anymore. So UTC 12 o'clock is 1 o'clock here in half an hour. So ERTAN will come looking in half an hour or so to come on live, and there's no one there. So I'll keep the system on when he and I'll record it and we'll put it up as a separate interview with ERTAN today. So I don't want to miss the sequence. And I'll put the question and answers up, so that's cool. I'll read the Entrant reports now that I've got because they should all be pretty current. Where do we go? Entrant reports. Entrant reports. We've got one. No, maybe they came in the afternoon yesterday, so I've got more than one. Two. Is that right? I've got a pile. So yesterday there was none for yesterday, so I go back past yesterday because we didn't read them. Argo was the day before. Jake, BB of Cork, did I read that? Tuesday. What day's today, Jane? No, Wednesday. Thursday, okay, so that was Tuesday, we've read all them. Yesterday, 26. Okay, Tracker had report from Tracker yesterday. Tracker had clouds, calms and rain yesterday. Night brought beautiful sailing conditions lit up by the moon. And did I read smooth sailing in gently waves and nice current almost in the right direction? I don't know whether I read you. I think I'm losing track. Yeah. This goes back to Tuesday. Wednesday, today's Thursday. Okay, so you wouldn't have got BB's either because it was later. Maybe not from Sunbear either. So I'm going to go back to Tuesday for Sunbear because I did a tracker update, but it wasn't there at 10 o'clock. Okay, Sunbear from the 24th. Tuesday, not much sleep last night with rain and wind all over the place, chugging along slow. All's well, Eric. Then Jake. BB of Cork, fighting hard to cut through the doldrums. Not bad so far. Most of the rain avoided, but this afternoon got very heavy rain and squalls to 30 knots. Thankfully, from behind, and we rode it under an A7 for half an hour. Jeepers, the A7 wasn't meant to take 30. Well, if it's behind, yeah, that's okay. The apparent wind to be lower for half an hour. One hand steering and the other catching some rain. When wind slowed down, I got my shampoo and had a very good shower. All managed to wash my T-shirt and pants. Evening brought a nice northeasterly breeze. We continue our progress beam reaching. So that's cool. Lots going on. You forget the fact that 30 knot squall in hot temperatures is really quite pleasant when you're out there. Uh, so that's the good news. If it's like 2 degrees, 3 degrees, 4 degrees, 5 degrees, it's bloody awful. The wind is heavier too when it's hot. The wind is softer. It's a long story. So 30 knots of hot wind is like the equivalent of about 27 knots of no, is like the equivalent of about 33 knots of of cold wind. The same wind speed. Hard to describe, but anyway, there's more air in the wind. Does that make sense? It's true. Same with pressure. The low pressure in the Southern Ocean at 25 knots is the equivalent of about 27 knots of soft air. That's the push factor on the sails. So anyway, that's cool. Okay, so Christian, smooth sailing in gentle waves with a nice current almost in the right direction. Squalls are getting stronger, though, and the sail changes become more and more necessary. See some lightning during the nights, but nothing too concerning so far. Cloudy over the last few days, with little possibility to charge the batteries. So I spent a lot of time in the cockpit, enjoying the last days of the MGR and reflecting on the journey. He's made some great posts, and I think you're seeing some of it. He blew out his A5, I think it was. They can't use it at all, and his sails are locked up. If you crack one of the sealed sails now, it's disqualified from the whole trip around the world. They had the decisions in the receive. If they wanted it then, they had to open it up. Okay, yesterday, tracker had clouds, calms, rain. Yesterday night brought beautiful sailing conditions lit up by the moon. Rachel, don't ask questions now, right? Stay away. You don't get any extras today. I'll give you one answer for one question today. She's trying to dump questions on me now before I put the question up. So stand by. Number 2 from Jasmine. I hate squalls. They don't like to at least kiss you first out here, do they? Right. So they must be pretty vicious. Things bang, you got it on you. 6-hour battle last night with the cockpit flooded from being knocked down. Couldn't even handle a reef jib. So a very slow, wet, tiring night. The only plus I've seen whales and dolphins. That's good. So she's having to work hard. It's still the remnants of the doldrums. So that means that what we're seeing as the constant green in the trade wind type situation isn't quite correct. There's obviously holes in there, and they're getting the squalling conditions, which is also part of what we see with the clouds. I forgot to mention that. Trade winds, you don't get that solid band of clouds. You get the white fluffy clouds with blue sky in between. So when we see the cloud bands on the actual tracker map, that's telling you straight away that there's unstable air there possibly, and so on. So getting a bit nasty, hard work. Okay, so Adam, Little Wren delighted to be back in the Northern Hemisphere after a gentle start to this 2,300-mile passage. Squalls and strong winds are the order of the day. All good. And, they've all crossed over. I saw Dan do a nice post about his experience. Did a countdown over the equator again. Back that way. He's not sailing home, but he's sailing to the finish, and he sold his boat, so that's cool. Kerry, he's been hit pretty bad with his flu thing. He's lost his voice completely. So it's South American machoism at play. You do have a couple of minutes warning, and then bang. That's my opinion. So he needs a couple of minutes warning, and boom, he's got a squall. Normally long enough to think, I should reef now, then it hits. Jeepers, they're vicious. You got to be careful. Probably why Christian blew out his sail as well. Sounds very nasty. Please, could I swap my? Oh, that's a message. Just swap his interview. He's got no voice, which is set for the 27th, which is tomorrow. So we're not got Kerry tomorrow on the tracker at 1:00 my time, 1200 UTC. Not sure what'll happen there. We just said we'll schedule it at a later date. We'll do a live recording. So we've got no one taking his place. You can see the schedule on a few posts down. We listed the schedule of dates, but Kerry won't be up tomorrow because his voice is completely gone. Okay, that's it. So they're the updates there. I'll come on and answer one of Rachel's questions, and then we'll leave the others so you can spread them down to she's hit the jackpot today. No one else is commenting. Right, Rachel, morning, Don and Jane. It's wonderful to see the fleet crossing the equator again after months in the southern hemisphere. Absolutely. Well, that's not a question. Another comment, I can't count. I know that. Rachel, it's not 12 noon UTC. Yeah, I worked that out when I realised they weren't up at the 12 o'clock UTC. So proud of little Ren. Fair winds. You're almost there. Yep, doing great. And his boat's still for sale, but he's got someone he's talking to. So make some decisions. We're out to find a trailer too. The I'll say young lady, and I don't know her age. I've never met her, but the young lady who bought Capuchinet needs to find a trailer to get the boat from Brest down to Portugal, I think. So she's out on the hunt for a 580 trailer, which I'll put a post up about that later and talk to a few people. Some owners have got 2 trailers and stuff. So, question from Rachel. One question. Is there a special way to celebrate the crossing of the equator for the second time? Nope, same as the first time. Not as big. You're doing your first time, you do yourself in a bit, when you're solo. I did, if you watched my film in the BAC, which is called McIntyre Knockdown on the YouTube channel. I made up mashed potato. I got instant mashed potato, and all the entrants do it. That's what you're supposed to do the first time you go across. After that, you've already done it. Nothing special for the second one, just a mark of respect to the oceans and King Neptune. So you just do what you want to do, just to salute King Neptune. Scott, thanks. What am I going to follow when all this is done? That's easy, right? What can you follow? Ooh, let me think. GGR, GGR, this one here. That's my little models under that box. GGR starts on the 6th of September out of Les Sables d'Olonne. So you can bang on there, and it's pretty epic. I've got to tell you, it's ugly. So when I say it's ugly, it's in my opinion the most demanding solo voyage around the world. Small, old-fashioned boats, no technology, no electric autopilots, no satellite phones. They can't talk to anyone. They're completely alone for the whole period. It's like 8 months at sea, and we go from there. So it's all part of the fun. Anyway, we'll see how that goes. So, Rachel, when the next builder's update, it's coming along soon. So as soon as I get the chance, I'm really busy at the moment. We'll see how that goes. So stand by. If you're a builder, you'll be happy to receive it. And we go through lots of things, lots of new bits and pieces. Okay, that's it. So thanks everybody for following along, and we'll see you tomorrow at the right time at 1200 UTC. There you go. See you later. Thanks.